Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight on our News Weekend. The Supreme Court to be digitized. Regulators discuss the evolving landscape of anti-money laundering. The National Children's Choir practicing for Sunday's concert. Plus, we stop by the Global Citizens Fellowship Summit.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Welcome to our News Weekend, and thanks for joining us. I'm VAUGHNIQUE. Topping news tonight, government intends to digitize the Supreme Court's database in less than 2 months. That's according to new Chief Justice MOREE, who insisted it is a top priority.
We're hoping to go live with a new web page for the Supreme Court sometime within the next 8 weeks. We are working on that now, and we hope to better serve the public through that portal. As you know, a web page is a dynamic portal which provides a lot of information, and we would hope to be able to post our judgments that come out of the Supreme Court and to use that as a means of better communicating with the Bahamian public.
The Chief Justice said the introduction of e-filing is also in the works for the Supreme Court. MOREE said he hopes the program will increase the efficiency and productivity of the courts.
As we introduce technology across the entire platform of the Supreme Court, I think you and others will see that we are going to be automating many aspects of the justice system, which hitherto we have dealt with on a manual basis. We hope to be able to introduce e-filing, which is going to make life a lot easier and is going to increase both efficiency and productivity, and that's a major part of our software platform. So I think the public will be seeing some major improvements in those areas.
Police on Grand Bahama are investigating an armed robbery that occurred on Friday. According to reports, shortly after 4 p.m., police responded to a call that a man had walked into a business on Yellow Pine Street armed with a handgun and demanded money from the cashier and a customer. They complied, and he made good his escape on a bicycle. Meanwhile, officers in New Providence recovered an illegal firearm and ammunition. According to reports, shortly after 12 p.m., mobile division officers, while in the area of Strawn's Alley off Kemp Road, observed the man acting in a suspicious manner. Upon seeing those officers, the man fled. The officers searched the area and recovered a .45 millimeter pistol with 5 rounds of ammunition. No arrests were made. Investigations are ongoing. Financial service regulators hosted the 2019 Anti-Money Laundering and Counterterrorism Financing Seminar at the Million Nassau Beach Resort this week. The theme is the evolving landscape of AML-CT in the Bahamas. Attorney General Carl Bethel stressed the importance of regulations in order to stay off of international blacklists.
We must adapt. This is the best compromise. And for those who may have expressed some, what about the way in which it's being stored or whatever, the FATF is very happy with this system. And they so expressed. Okay, so let us press on towards the mark. Let us get the job done. It has to be done by September 2019, because in October 2019, I want to go to the FATF with a straight face and say, my brother, my sister, we have done it. It's done, it's finished. It's only a question now of being able to track compliance.
Minister of Financial Services, Trade and Industry and Immigration Brent Simonet highlighted the important role that regulators play in ensuring government gets its fiscal house in order.
We really have had a challenging 2 years to get us to where we are today, and it's with the help of the industry partners who have worked with each and every one of us that we've been able to reach where we are today.
China's growing economic presence in the Bahamas is not overly concerning, but the Bahamas must protect its sovereignty from all of its significant trade partners. That's according to Chairman of the Clearing Banks Association, BOWE. Last year, the Bahamas imported $53.8 million in goods and services from China and exported goods and services valued at just $426,396. The increase in trade between the Bahamas and China comes in the midst of an intensifying trade war between the United States and China, which has the potential to stall global economic growth. The Bahamas was caught in the middle of the fray last month when U.S. Secretary of State for Western Hemisphere Affairs Kimberly Breyer accused China of eroding good governance and stealing country sovereignty and natural resources. In response, a spokesman for the Embassy of the People's Republic of China challenged the U.S. government to contribute more to Caribbean and Latin American countries rather than indiscriminately pinning labels on others and politicizing the economic and trade issues. And still to come on our News Weekend, Exuma residents break ground on a much-needed community center. Plus, the National Children's Choir gearing up for a major event tomorrow night. Stay tuned.